What's going on, guys? Zers here, and today I'm gonna go over a video on feminism, like I normally do, but this time I'm only gonna go through the tail end of the video because I think that it only has the points that I really need to discuss towards the end. So it is a video done by someone by the name of Doddle or Dottie. I don't really know how to pronounce her name. Don't care really. And like I said, she's talking about feminism, but there's some very important ideas in this video that I want you as the viewer to pay attention to and understand. With that being said, Dottie's just going to take us away.
Someone asked you to explain a woman in 3 words. What words would you use? Strong, strong, strong.
Now, keep that in mind, viewer. Just keep that in mind. There's not really much to be said other than the fact that she said the same word over and over again, and there are a bunch of other words that could be used to describe women. I mean, sure, shallow, egotistical, arrogant could be some of those words, or if you want to be positive, how about attractive, caring, and kind? You know, selfless, even loving, perhaps. So many other words. I don't really understand why she felt the need to say strong, strong, and strong. But like I said, it's going to be very important. So we're just going to keep going.
There are a lot of questions that are, what's your favourite thing about being a woman? I like proving people wrong, especially when it comes to my job and creativity. We can do exactly what you do, and sometimes, actually probably bloody mostly, we do a lot better.
Now, I find it very interesting that this girl was not paying attention to the words that came out of her mouth. I mean, if feminism is the so-called ideology that says that men and women are equal, why does she feel the need to then say that women can do things a lot better than men? Doesn't sound very equal to me, now does it? Just saying.
Do you think that there should be an International Men's Day? Every day is International Men's Day.
So now I guess a very important question needs to be asked. What exactly is International Men's Day? A day where we collectively talk about how shitty men are and how they're terrible people to women, and how they need to change to be more like women? Is that International Men's Day? Because if that's the case, then I would have to say, yeah, International Men's Day is pretty much every fucking day. I mean, seriously, I have to ask, how many times do we normally talk about how great and positive it is to be men? I remember just last year, there's this dumbass commercial called Happy Father's Day, Mom, where people were talking about how their single mothers were awesome. Not like there was like a fucking Mother's Day or anything like that. No, they had to come on your Father's Day too, because reasons, and I don't know. So even men couldn't even have Father's Day last year. So, I mean, like, and personally, I'm not even a big fan of holidays and all of that, but the point that I'm really making is you don't really hear a lot of great and positive things about men, and yet here she is talking about how every day is International Men's Day, like people are talking about how great it is to be a man every single day, when they're not. In fact, it's quite the opposite, which is interesting to me. I don't know how in the bloody hell she could even say a statement like that. I guess lack of self-awareness? I don't know.
I know that joke or phrase is thrown around a lot, but seriously, think about it. Would you or would you not say that women are oppressed?
No. No, I would not. I would not say that women are oppressed. Not unless, of course, by oppressed you mean inconvenienced by mild things that they could solve with minimal effort. If that's what oppressed means to you, then I would say, yeah, women are pretty oppressed. Got a lot of small issues that they can deal with that they just don't.
As I would. And yes, it's important, of course, to recognise that men have problems. I'm reading a book at the moment called Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. I very, very much recommend it. In that book, he talks about suicide and figures, and how basically, on average, more women are depressed than men, but more men kill themselves, which I suppose would come from the idea that men have to buckle up, stay strong, men don't cry, men don't have these problems. And that is an issue with gender. That's what gender equality is. Wouldn't it be nice if there were no stereotypes or boxes for us to fit into? We're all just humans. We're all complex. Fuck off with your gender stereotypes and boxes. I hate that.
There ain't really much to say to that point. I mean, I'm not going to say that she's 100% spot on, but the topic of gender and stereotypes and gender roles and all of that probably go well beyond the scope of this video, so I'm not going to go over it today. No, instead, she's just going to wrap us up with the #1 thing that made me want to make this video in the first place.
What are the best and worst experiences you have had that involve being a woman? Worst would definitely include sexual things. I've been told that I don't want to have sex because I'm just not trying hard enough.
What the fuck does that even mean? You know, at the cost of being completely wrong, I'm going to make the assumption that I guess the person was saying that she didn't want to have sex because her vagina didn't get wet or something like that. Maybe. Again, I'm just assuming. I could be completely wrong here. But, I mean, just remember the context of what she just said, okay? Remember what she just said prior to saying that. Alright, let's just keep listening.
Catcalling is not a compliment, and yes, it happens every day. There's being nice, hello, good morning, how are you? And there's staring at my crotch and at my legs, calling me love, bird. I don't know you. Don't look at me like that. It's disgusting. That's the worst experiences.
Of all the things that this woman could have said, of all the things that she could have thought of at the top of her head, notice there's a bunch of jump cuts, right? She could have just stopped recording and wrote a list. No, of all the things that this woman said were the worst problem she dealt with being a woman is some person, fuck all who this man or who this woman is, says that she wasn't trying hard enough to have sex. I don't even know what the fuck that even means. I don't even know what that means. That's number one. That's the first thing that came to her mind. The second thing were people were catcalling her. Oh, God forbid. God fucking forbid someone say you have a nice ass. That's just the worst kind of repression, isn't it? And that's what she thought. The last thing, number three, people stare at her crotch area. Oh fuck. Wow. I mean, the pain, the excruciating pain people staring at her crotch must give her. When the first time I heard this woman say this shit, I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe that she actually said that these were the worst things that happened to her because she was a woman. What the fucking fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? All the things you could have said. If she would have said women have to adhere to an unrealistic expectation of beauty and body image, I would still have words to say. I would still disagree. I would still say, look, you can just not. You can still just get married to a man who likes the way you look. There's so many men who just like women in general. You could just not, worry about the way you fucking look so goddamn much. I would say that. But at least it would make sense. At least it would be some kind of problem. No. Her problem, the worst thing she had to deal with being a woman, is people found her attractive. People looked at her. Of all the things she could think about, her entire life, her 20 years of existence in this plane of reality, the number one thing this woman said is, people fucking look at me. God forbid people find me attractive. And she's got, 100,000 young ladies watching her, telling them, God fucking forbid someone looks at you. God forbid someone finds you attractive. I don't know, man. I'm transgendered and I'm transracial. This type of shit turns me into a young white girl, because I just fucking can't even. I can't even. Fucking hell.